Hi everybody. We're back. We're back. It's 2 in the morning, and for some reason I decided to play this game. So yeah. What are they, friends? Oh, they have a heart. Whoa. See, here's the thing. At this point, they're more than friends, so... Is this healthy, friends? No. No. This better come up in the game. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Oh. Well. Okay. I feel like we have to go through point new rules just to fuck with him. Yep. Oh my god. Occupyingle or Scrumtish? I think this one. I do. No. Maybe a little. Holy fuck. Now I feel like I'm playing Doki Doki Literature Club or something. You know, I said no to Monica, so... Every once in a while. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I've actually played a lot of this game already. I've gotten to a point now where it's no longer the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it's now just the Stanley Parable 2. We've made it to the sequel, basically. So, I don't know how long...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Let this play, why not?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee...
Okay. Oh, that's right.
All of his
co-workers
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, there's a new feature of the sequel. Get well someday, balloons. Oh, well, okay.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Oh man, I wish...
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Well, as always.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Elevator. Honestly, I want to go all the way first.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh, shit. Now the bucket's talking to me, really?
Good,
said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top.
I love the narrator
There's something
so
up
much.
there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't
I don't
talk.
think I've done
But
this
Stanley
either.
chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Damn it.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can...
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things.
Fuck you.
Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker?
Actually, you were just very
Comedic
convincing
timing is
as
so
a bucket.
difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
What is comedic timing?
Oh, shit.
What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
No.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Oh, wow. I would like to
Hey,
play that
goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So, with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
See, I would do that, but his whole comedic timing insult is actually starting to get to me. So, because of that ordeal, actually, I don't know if I can refuse
I
him.
can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke?
Yes.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
I gotta find room 430. Because I know there's something there, but I actually haven't paid attention to where that room is. Remember, that was an old thing that probably got brought back.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Where does this... I don't even remember where this one normally takes me. Fuck it, just destroy it all.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone.
This is the original dialogue,
Now
isn't
the
it?
timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room.
Oh, wow.
What an egregious
Is
mistake.
this really?
I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm
I guess
nothing.
that makes sense.
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think
Oh shit. Never
I
mind.
think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Okay, never mind.
Yes,
This is-
surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready?
That's good.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Narrator's got good comedic timing, it seems. Do I want to see more of this? Yes, because it's so easy to reset and just go left. So, we're doing it. Let's see how far we can take this.
We're back at the phone already?
No way.
No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley
my
and the
God.
bucket came to a set of
This
two open
fucking
doors,
game.
they entered the door on the left.
Okay, no. I don't care. Is it going to cut it even earlier than that? If not,
We're
then I'm
back
done.
at the phone already? No.
Okay.
Here we
Same shit.
go. You
That's
ready?
nice.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone.
No.
Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think
going
this
to
is
kill
all
you.
covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all
Oh, you
your
screwed me
fault,
either way.
Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh my god.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale the shade.
This always happens to
Pale
be the
with
first idea I
shame.
get. I
Pale.
feel like I always go for it. So,
What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Valve being in the credits, I mean, of course, for the original, it's really funny though. Shit, they made fun
All
of
of his
earlier
co-workers were gone.
in this
What could it
version of the
mean?
game.
Stanley
There's a whole
decided to go to
section
the meeting room.
talking
The
about seeing
confusion and the
movies.
chaos
It's
all
pretty good.
seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
Okay,
chest
so-
and entered the door on his left.
Do I want to see that place I can drop down to when I take the riser? Because what else is there if I go right? Let's try that.
This was
There's at
not
least
the
that,
correct way to the
if
meeting
there's not
room,
something before.
but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was
Yeah,
wrong.
there's the elevator.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay, well, only thing that's left this way is jump down there. So do I want to jump down there? Or do I want to go down the elevator? What do you think? Is there anybody watching this, by the way? Probably not. Check. No, tragic. Or maybe one, but that just might be me. Which way do I want to go? Come on, chat, decide. Ha ha ha. I want to see what happens with that path without the bucket first, just because I haven't seen that at all. So,
And so the two
That
of them
makes me think
detoured
elevator.
through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
yes.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here
you
because
for
we
the
care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
I remember that. Does it let you lock yourself in a little closet here? No.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Bob.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
No. Not the bucket.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get
No.
rid of the bucket.
No.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
Not already.
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
No.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready. Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and quick. Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
First character death. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well. Okay, wait. Where are we indoors, by the way? 425, 6. Is 30 just nowhere? Like, I don't pass it earlier, do I? 7. Oh, hello.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Oh, I probably
Click a
am,
door
aren't I?
5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times.
Oh,
I would
no
say
idea.
that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
No?
No. I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Oh, snap. Where's 417? 431 to 436? Not anywhere over here. Ah.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
What if I did?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
The bucket will help.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms.
With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Where's 417? Is that what he said? 415? Fuck. Now I have the bucket and I don't know where I'm fucking going. Love it. Except 415.
Now back to door number 437.
Okay, it doesn't override it. That's good. Thank you, game, for being good.
You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. Why don't you rub the bucket on it a bit?
Oh! Let's go. Where's the copy machine? Oh, hello.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk.
How? Is it 419? So I put him on the desk? Where? Did he say 419? Let me check. What did he say? Rub the bucket for how fucking long? You didn't say like... Okay, let me find out exactly what he fucking said. Jesus Christ, where the fuck is it? Oh, no, that's the coffee machine. Okay, I'll that after. Okay, back to 417, and then I did. And then went. Give him a bucket. How do I do that? That is what he said. Bring it on top. How the fuck do I...
Yes, this is
Oh,
great.
shit.
Now the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now, let's introduce it to door 416.
Where's 416? Hello.
We've almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again. Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door 430. Yes! We did it! Wow! That felt amazing. You know, not all buckets will get this kind of experience.
Well, that's good. Well, stick the bucket on our left.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Escape with the bucket? I want to try.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Oh, wait.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss,
All right, I do
admitting
like
he
this
had
one,
left
actually.
his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished?
Yeah, but
His
what about
boss
the
would
bucket?
think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along.
No.
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter.
Oh my God.
But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Okay. I'm glad I saw Mariella with a bucket. That needed to happen. I didn't know it needed to happen, but it needed to happen.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So was there an input here? I don't think I looked at any of these actually. Okay, there is. Hello. Why don't... Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm saying goodbye to the bucket for a minute. Because I want to know what the fuck is up with this catwalk that I can drop on.
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Still haven't seen it before.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I think this was always here.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone
you've forgotten about.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay.
Give me a chance.
I haven't seen this forever.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
You found one of them. Yes. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I'm savoring it. That was another thing that I did earlier. Okay. I remember this whole path of things, but I don't remember what happens, actually, because, fuck, it's been forever. He said red, right? Well...
Aha! Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Oh,
there we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay, yeah, see, this is gonna give us the fucking assets path.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Nice. Fucking Daft Punk and Fiction. This is me? No! Great.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Oh my god.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? No. Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Fuck. I was wondering where this was.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
Okay, well.
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
Yeah.
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Yeah, so that's the issue with that. Fuck you, baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Yes.
Let's see. What do we have here?
Come on. Boot it up.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Oh my god, how is it gonna look? Okay.
Ah, fascinating.
Oh,
what do you think this game is about, Stanley?
my...
What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
A dead wife?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a
No.
creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
He did not.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Oh, and it's still got the... This is the greatest game of all time. I can't fucking believe it. So it's not Minecraft anymore. It's fucking Firewatch, which is even fucking better. This is the greatest, and they kept the fucking, of course, they kept the sound effect. Hi, Delilah.
Oh, no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
No!
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Okay, what's next? Oh my god.
Wonderful.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Fuck. This fucking game.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Please let me actually
Just a
play.
nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Alright, how can I get lost in this game?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this
yes,
game
there is.
sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh shit, I'm kinda going fast. Okay, well. Actually, I like blue team. Oh shit. Alright.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Oh, shit.
Hold on. What are you doing?
No! Ah! No!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Need to do
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay. Fuck. damn it. What have I done? Oh. I wanted to play more Rocket League. Fuck. Now we're in the fucking back rooms. As if this shit's any fucking better. Damn it, I can't believe I did that. I don't know if I even remember this though or not. Yo, what's up? Alright, I have to go through that again. I have to see what's after Rocket League, if anything. I don't remember where this path goes of anywhere. Okay.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Dude, I can't believe it either. It's been... Has it been like a year? Hold on. Okay. Oh, yeah, pretty much.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, this is new. I'm very upset that I did that. I fucked up that whole thing. I'm willing to go through it to see it again, because I have to know what game I'm going to play after Rocket League, or if there's more Rocket League. Gotta know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
For the meeting.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt but eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Believe it or not, I was
Stanley walked through the red
I was just
door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley
and
walked. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
It's time to get back into it.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I'd written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Yeah, I've been,
Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Just for fun.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
And then I played all of Resident Evil. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
Yeah,
honest answers,
I guess
please.
I can see if people don't like his voice. I think...
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I love the wit in his voice.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Yep.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
It's an open world game.
Oh, no, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No, just embrace it, narrator.
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Let's go.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Let's do it.
I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun. Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
I'm winning.
Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
What?
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an
yes.
even more euphoric sports experience.
Of course.
I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. This is
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
I am.
Are you having fun? Is this a real video
You and the
game?
narrator asked that at
Well,
the
I
same
sure
time.
hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No!
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you'd like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Well, that's probably an invitation to do that, which I already accidentally fucking did. Okay, well, I don't know if that's it for this path or not. Should let me go in here. Should I pick up the bucket next? What should I do? Okay, that's probably it.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Why? Never gotten the input to 5. For some reason it just stops giving it to me. Don't know how to fix that. But I will.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. I think we've done... We haven't gone through the red door. Well, we haven't gone through the red door at all, let alone with the bucket. Yeah, I don't remember what's over there. Maybe I'll do... Let's do these. Oh shit. Here's the meeting. Okay. Oh shit. What? Yes, I wonder why. That's a good question. Who did take the pictures? Red room. Well, that was there. Does that one count? That's funny. We got one when we got to pick from the red room. Oh. Okay. Okay, I know where that is. I should try to find those, actually. Stanley in the bucket in the broom closet? No.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Actually,
boss's
I can
office.
find that right now. Hello.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
I like
Another
Stanley figs.
Stanlerine under your belt.
Alright, nice. Halfway done. I don't remember what's down there. Is that worth it? I mean, what else is... Should I get a main ending with Stanley in the bucket? Let's see what the elevator's about. Oh wait, okay. Next time I go to the boss office, I think there's I heard there's one more ending you can get by, as the door is closing, you walk back through it. It's kind of hard to do. I tried it once and fucked it up. But... Oh wait. I know what this is. This isn't anything. This is just playing the song. It's a good bossa nova though. I like it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he put the keypad behind the boss's desk.
I think he noticed
Nor
it.
in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
Oh, I was off base. I should probably memorize that. Oh my...
Stanley just sat around, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Thank you,
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
Now
Mind Control
we're going to
Facility.
escape. This might be hard, so I don't want to fuck this up, so I might look up
Although
and do
this
it if I have
passageway
to.
had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this
No.
hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Nope, we're getting out.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
What do you think, Bucket? Yeah. We're gonna get through this, Bucket.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
It's okay, Bucket.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Oh my god, I can't
In a
believe they
single
got her back
visceral
too.
instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death. It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Oh no, it is dead. No.
Can you
Oh,
see how
yes.
arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Oh, that's funny. Oh my god.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Oh. Alright, goodbye, bucket. Oh. Never mind.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Bucket for president. Oh, okay. This is how we get this? No. Is this just...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket's still here. This is good news. I don't remember... Oh, okay, it's just this one room being altered. Interesting. Well, do we need the bucket again? I'm trying to think of what's next. We've gone upstairs and downstairs. Have we gone downstairs? Yes. Yes. Could find the figurines, Stanley Figs, whatever he wanted to call them. Alright, I'm gonna go through...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The red door.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for?
Whoa.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Okay, loops. Well, that was nice. I haven't seen that in many years, so. Alright,
No,
narrator.
wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Please, Stanley,
man.
think about what you're doing.
I've survived higher falls than this narrator. Can you convince me otherwise?
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Alright, and back to the... No. No, narrator, no. It's not happening.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for... My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Goodbye, Stanley. Again.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Alright.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Alright. I'll come up with one or two more things that are left to do. I have no idea how I was going to get that collectible on that platform. I don't... What do I get over there? I just look that one up.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Is there anything left on the right? I don't think so. There probably is. But... So that's two. Oh, I like that flutter tone on the flute. Kind of awesome. Why is there a fireplace? Yep.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
Yes.
The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley.
don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Fuck you, broom closet. Okay.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There.
Oh, shit.
Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things. All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see?
Yes.
I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Alright, true ending with the bucket. Maybe.
Stepping
Oh,
into his manager's office, Stanley was once
literally
again
just talked about that.
stunned
I
to
didn't
discover
do it.
not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional
Okay,
dumpster
I
fire,
forgot it
if not
again.
for the soothing presence of the
It's not
bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce
Oh my
the
God, I
dark
can't type.
clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he
I
knew
just
it.
realized these have been
The
different
two of
every
them were
time.
inseparable.
These
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in
think I've
his
heard that
bliss
one
of
yet.
simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the
No,
keypad
no.
was 2845.
I knew it.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, hello.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you
I
think,
like
Stanley?
Figley.
What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Alright. To the mind control facility we go.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
curious if this ending would be different with the bucket. But also, it's kind of a waste of time. I want to see the true ending first.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
My favorite thing is when this game just completely rewards your curiosity. Like this is new. Earlier I was like, oh, I can jump on this, and I was like, oh, I bet I can, maybe I can get over the railing. And then I did, and of course there's an ending for it. Assholes. I really thought I was breaking the game. No, of course not.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Okay, where am I going? Did I go to that one already? Did I go? No, I didn't. The heart of the operation.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Let's go.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
I knew it.
What? Wait. What was happening?
That's what happened.
Why had the door stopped?
No.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. No. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped.
Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Oh, fuck. Well, looks like this is... Oh. Oh, no. Oh, the bucket is gone.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Damn.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
I
memo.
definitely had not seen everything with the bucket. Oh, it's here. Okay. God, I really am attached to the bucket. Let's go. It's got the stickers and everything. Okay. So we've done everything with jumping off that thing, I think, now, too. Because we went to the red door and the blue door. So bucket.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
The most important choice, and yet... I really thought doing the shredding would just stop the bucket from existing. I'm surprised it's still here. I guess I could have him reset us with the bucket. It's kind of lame. There's gotta be something better than that. Fuck it. I can't fucking... I feel like there's gotta be some really obvious endings that I'm missing. Oh, okay, well, maybe this will be my chance to successfully
Coming to a
do that
staircase,
thing
Stanley
I've heard
and the
about.
bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I'll probably fuck it up, though. I have yet to do it successfully. I am back. I have been in school. I'm my first year of college, and I just finished. Well, I finished yesterday, but Paxton moved out today. So yeah, we are back. How the fuck?
Stepping in,
I fucking did it. Oh my god. I can't believe I actually did this. Okay, but what do I do after? Okay, you're actually kind of right. That usually is what I mean when I say fuck it. But I actually haven't looked up anything yet. I'm searching deep within my core memories of this game, because I'm like, I know there's more. I don't know what to do with this though. I mean, I got it to close on me. Oh, hello. Okay, I had the right instinct. Maybe I have seen this before. I don't know. Oh, okay, I barely remember this. There we go. This is how we actually escape. Great. 760. Come on. We can do with this bucket. No. Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. No. Stanley. Oh my god. Wow. That was so incredibly worth it.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Does that mean it's
What could it
actually
mean?
gone now?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh no. Oh, what have I done? Oh, shit. Damn. Oh my god. That's so funny. Well, that's another part of Ultra Deluxe slash part slash.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, what's it gonna give me now? Where's the new content?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh wait, I've already not gone the right way for what I wanted to do.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Oh,
to go
it's
to the
back.
meeting room.
Okay.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go. Bucket is back. Ah, that was really funny.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Okay.
But Stanley had
Well-
felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere
Oh,
else.
you know what?
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the... Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Alright. We started it by getting the comedic timing short this time.
Now
No
pick
answer.
up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick...
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh, oh shit. Oh my god. I missed the bucket. You know what? Let's go to work.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Oh, so, okay. This is Ultra Deluxe. It it made fun of itself like a couple hours in when I was playing, and I was like, you know what? I don't like that it's Ultra Deluxe. It's now the sequel. So everything says it's the sequel, but that is this game that I'm playing. Damn, don't have a choice.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me. Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man.
You see,
Oh,
he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Nice TV. Oh shit. Okay, I guess, are we committing to the bucket? I think we're committing to the bucket.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Yeah, it does.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Oh.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Because you're telling me a story, narrator.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket?
Oh.
Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me
This
the
is
bucket,
our
Stanley.
night. No.
I need it. Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
Is the bucket? Oh no. Narrator?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Alright, that's a good one to leave off on. Now I really have zero ideas of what other routes I can take. But yeah. How long did this go on for? Oh, almost 2 hours. Nice. Well, that was my return. I'll be back, probably. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I haven't played any multiplayer games in a while. That would be something fun to stream. Who knows? I should look for actually more games. Everything that I have to play right now is either on PC or Switch, so I'm kind of like, I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I'll be back possibly sometime. We'll see.